what's up you guys, this is Rob from A Gay Guy Plays, and today on the hit list we're targeting the 5 weapons that top my list for entertainment value. Now, let me clarify, I am in no way judging these weapons based on effectiveness, but rather the amount of fun that I have playing with them. Now, I know that some of you may be aching for a best of the best ultra top maximum damage all faction killer weapon list, but the fact is, sometimes it's actually fun to play fun weapons in a game. Thrilling concept, isn't it? Alrighty, let's get started with number 5 on today's hit list, the Fang series, most notably the Fang Prime. Now, let me tell you, in this civilized world, it's just not appropriate to stab anything repeatedly. Whether it's a croissant, ball of socks, iPad, or one of your exes, for one reason or another, people tend to look at you a little strange when you do it. But, at least here in the world of space ninjas, we can do all the stabbing we want, and the Fang's fast-paced stab and slash mechanics make for a great outlet for the day's batch of stress. Not to mention, it's double stab against downed opponents. I mean, just try it, just mimic stabbing hand motions and tell me your day hasn't been slightly improved. Speaking of impaling targets, let's move on to the 4th most entertaining set of weapons, bows. Most notably the Paris Prime, but really any bow will do. There's like a million of them now. Okay, I know a bow doesn't seem that fun, but honestly, it always feels amazing when you toss out an arrow and impale multiple enemies with one shot. Or using one arrow to slam an enemy into another. It's like playing pool, except you use dead bodies instead of billiards. I always find it hilarious when I walk into a room I just about cleared and see all their dead little bodies pinned to the walls. Okay, kind of morbid, yeah, but entertaining nonetheless. Now at number 3 comes throwing melee, including the Glaive series and the Kestrel. To be honest, this is a bit of a cheat because it's really a 2-for-1er this time. Neither of them are the most effective melee weapons in game, but there's no better feeling than pulling out some trick shots with the Glaive, watching it randomly bounce and hit way more enemies that you ended up thinking it would in the first place. Or tossing out the Kestrel and ragdolling Ancients and Bombards. Launching those bastards halfway across the room is it's just magical. You feel it in your soul. Now the runner-up climbed the ranks to number 2 after the Ignis' particles got a facelift. And all of you know what a customization whore I am, so you can't tell me that turning your flamethrower into a bright blue cloud of radiation isn't completely badass. Or just turning it into a fart gun. I mean, while being a little pyromaniac made me giddy, the thought of literally microwaving an enemy to death just makes me cry a little. And more so, gaseous fartsification. Do I really need to say anything else about this? I mean, you're using a fart gun to lay waste to a ship full of enemies. Now before I move on to what I feel is the most entertaining weapon, I do have some noteworthy mentions. Sitting at number 8 is the Boar Prime. Seriously, it's an automatic shotgun. It defies all rules of shotgunism and it just keeps going and going. At number 7 are whips. All the whips. Every whip that has been and never will be made. The only reason they didn't make the top 5 is its super weird and shitty hitbox. I mean, if you've ever used one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And finally, at number 6 is the Stug. Its splattery goodness is definitely hilarious to watch, and even more so the thought process behind its lore and creation is a mind-bender of pervy goodness. But let's face it, when you're in the splash zone, it can be painful. Very, very painful. So at the very top of this hit list is possibly one of the most entertaining weapons that I've used in a long while, the Penta. Now not only is this weapon incredibly effective at wiping out groups with pretty bursts of glimmering energy, but possibly one of the most hilarious when it backfires. See, the difference between this and the Stug is that you are the one that detonates the grenades. So if one of your grenades comes bouncing back at you at the last second, you only have yourself to blame. And let's face it, self-deprecation is probably one of my favorite forms of comedy. The mechanics on this thing are equally hilarious because you can literally kill enemies just by smacking them in the head with an undetonated grenade. Can you just picture that guy? Oh no, the explosion didn't kill me, it was the fatal impact to the face that put me in the grave. I mean, I would like to think that I would die that hilariously. No, it wasn't the massive comet that smashed in Earth that killed me, it was me asphyxiating on the last few bits of my burrito that I insisted on finishing before the damn thing hit. All in all, there's lots of fun and death to be had with the Penta, which secures its place at number 1 for my top 5 most entertaining weapons. For now. Thank you all for watching another episode of the Hit List. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I encourage you to leave your most entertaining weapons or weapon-related moments in the comments. don't forget to do the thing that I asked you to do at the end of every one of these, and be sure to stay tuned for more gratuitous violence here at Gay Guy Plays. Fucking... Why do I like you so much?